Welcome back, guys. My name is Wheva. I'm here at the cave in Fairfax, Virginia. And this time is me for the Shaman class cards. Oh, God. Why is Shaman gonna be a thing? I hate this class. Anyways, let's move on. Let's move to the legendary. Howazeel this Ascended. 5 mana, 4/6. Pretty good stats already. And whenever your spells deal damage, restore that much health to your hero. This is a really cool card, and I think it's going to see a lot of play in the slower Shaman decks. Probably it's going to be an auto-include in a slower Shaman deck, because it's the only real heal effect that they have. And I also see, because of this card, a card like Elemental Destruction seeing play. Because that plus this is like a full heal and clearing the board, most likely. And then they have the new card that removes Overload that we'll get to later. That's actually decent. It's not garbage like Lava Shock. So this is definitely going to make Elemental Destruction actually a thing, which is awesome that Shamans are going to get a board clear that isn't garbage like Lightning Storm. But, well, actually no. Lightning Storm isn't garbage. It's just garbage when Death Rattle minions are a thing. So Lightning Storm also gets stronger. And this was Lightning Storm is good. And just using this and like a Lightning Bolt isn't awful. So, and its stats are correct for what you want to do with it. You want this card to last over multiple turns. You want it to be hard to heal. And 6 is another breakpoint over 5. Because a lot of people target 5 health because that's a breakpoint. So 6 is much more difficult to kill than 5. And it's probably going to live over... It's going to be harder for your opponent to kill, and it has a pretty good effect. Like, you can just play this on curve and probably be fine. And it doesn't overload you on 5, which means you can follow it up with Fire Elemental. So I think this card is really good. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Because it's not, like, overly impressing. It's solid. It's good, and it's going to see a lot of play. But it's not insane. So, 4 out of 5. Master of Evolution. Oh god, this card gives me cancer. 4 mana, 4/5. Battle Cry. Transform a friendly minion into a random one that costs 1 or more. This card. So first of all, it's a Yeti. You can literally just play this as a Yeti. I wish they act. No. I don't know if I like it more or less if they were to make it say a minion. So at least they're forced to buff your own if like they have to play this on their own empty board. But the fact is they can just play this as a Yeti, and that isn't awful. But the fact that they can use this for a lot of purposes, like a lot of Shaman minions have Battle Cry effects, and like Shamans trades a lot, so which makes it so this effect is even better, because when you trade with a minion and then you use this on it, it basically kind of heals the minion and buffs it up another like mana level. And if you think about it, in general, the cards you put in your deck on average are going to be better than a random minion, right? And so when you buff it up, it's probably going to be around the same quality as what you originally put in your deck if you just buff it up by 1 mana. And then you have the explosive chance of it just being absolutely nuts for that mana. So, and then it can still be played as a 4 mana 4/5. It's a Yeti, which is fine. It's an insane card. This is a 5 out of 5. This is probably going to see a 2 of in every single mid-range Shaman deck. This card is nuts. Oh my god. I am not looking forward to playing against this card. Thing from Below. 6 mana 5/5. Taunt. Costs 1 less for each totem you've summoned this game. This card is not as good as Master of Evolution, but it's really good. Because it's not hard to get this to cost like 2/1/0 mana. Like, especially with Tuskar Totemic, Totem Golem, those cards count for this counter. Like a 4 mana 4/6, if you were to, like, if you play Totem Golem, Tuskar Totemic, and then this. Like, even though that curve doesn't work because of the Tome Golem's overload, but anyways, if you were to just play those, you could play this on 4. That's nuts. A 4 mana 5/5 with taunt. And then it can even get better than that. But this card is really solid, especially with the fact that it's taunt. So I think this card is going to see quite a bit of play. Like, if not just a lot of play in mid-range Shamans. Like, another 4 out of 5 for Shaman. Eternal Sentinel. 2 mana, 3/2, so baseline stats. Battle Cry, unlock your overloaded mana crystals. This card plus Hell Zeal, the new legendary, is going to make Elemental Destruction definitely playable. Because often on the turns you want to play Elemental Destruction, since it only costs 3 mana, you're going to have enough mana to play something like this. And then just make it so you don't have overload. And then since it's a 2 mana 3/2, it's fine to just play on 2. On curve. Instead of hero powering. Which means that it's a 2-drop that you can play on curve that has potential in the late game. And so this card is probably going to see a lot of play in mid-range Shamans. Again, we'll probably see a lot of mid-range Shaman in this expansion. It's probably going to be... It's easily going to be tier 1. Mid-range Shaman. The deck's going to be nuts. And I'm probably going to have to play it. Kill me now. Evolve. Transform your minions into random cost minions that cost 1 more. So this is Master of Evolution's effect across your entire board for 1 mana. I didn't realize when I actually first saw this card was 1 mana, and oh my god, it's decent. And I'll probably see a 1 of, and maybe, I don't know. Shaman's gonna have such a high good card density that I actually think this card is good in a deck like mid-range Shaman, but probably just won't see play because of that. Because Shaman had so many good non-situational cards, and this is a situationally good card, that this probably won't see play as much as it probably should. But I can definitely see it as a 1-of, because it's not that bad of a win more card, and it's decent when you have like an even board. It's just really bad when you don't have a board is the issue. So I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 just because I think it's just below par of the other Shaman cards that they're getting. And Shaman already got some really insane cards in the last 2 expansions. So yeah. I just think Shaman won't have room for this out of the fact that they're going to have too many other good cards to play. This card gives me cancer. Again, Flame Wreath Faithless, 4 mana 7/7. Why Blizzard? Overload 2. 4 mana. Why are we giving Shaman's Fellweaver? Why? With like half a downside is Fellweaver. What is this? I mean, is there really anything to explain about this card with Big Game Murder getting nerfed? I guess it's weak to sap. It's really, really weak to sap. And Rogue's probably going to be a thing. So, I guess there's that not going for it. But beside this card's nuts. Like, you're probably just going to coin this thing out and your opponent, like, if you just play 1-drop, 2-drop, coin this thing out, your opponent's probably just gonna freaking concede. Like, I'm not looking forward to playing against Shaman. This card is nuts. At the 5 out of 5, I see this in every single Shaman deck. Even aggro Shaman, this card is nuts. Even though, even though it contests Doomhammer, like, you can't play this and play Doomhammer, thank God. But this card is so insane, I can't not see play in aggro Shaman. At least is a 1-of. And the fact that you can coin it out and then put your overload on your turn 4 and then play Doomhammer. Oh my god. And if you play Doomhammer on 5, you'll be overload for 2 on 6, which means you can play this after Doomhammer and not go Shaman. Which means your opponent has to get rid of a 7/7 while you're hitting them in the face with Doomhammer, and if they don't, they probably just die the next... This card's crazy, and every single form of Shaman, it's going to see play in every single form of Shaman. Again, this card is nuts. Good god. Why, Blizzard? Why? Primal Fusion. 1 mana, give your 1/1/1 to each of your totems. It's garbage. The only garbage card Shaman's got. And I think that's just so you can say Shaman at least got 1 garbage card. Like, they couldn't give Shaman anything else at this point. They already have the best removal. Already have the best hard removal in Hex. They have decent removal in Lightning Storm, and now that most Death Rattle minions are gone, Lightning Storm and Elemental Destruction are decent now. They have Tunnel Chog, and they have Totem Golem, and they have Tuskar Totemic and Fearless Spirits, and then these new cards, and then they have the whatever 5 mana card they got from TGT Inspire card, and they fire. Oh my god, good god, I'm so scared to play against Shaman. Shaman's probably be tier 1. That's all I have to say. Stormcrack. 2 mana, deal 4 damage to a minion. Thank God this does not say character. Overload for 1. And in my opinion, this is just worse Crackle, because it can't hit face. And it's probably not going to see play, because Shaman's already going to have enough things to play. Maybe you'll see a 1 of. Maybe. Oh yeah, the last card is a 1 out of 5. It's bad. But this might see a 1 of in mid-range Shaman. The issue is 4. It's not that good. It's like 3 and 5 that you want. I mean, in Shaman has a lot of 3 damage things, and when they really, so I don't see this card seeing much play, but it might be a 1 of if a lot of 4 health minions are relevant. So 2 out of 5. The fact that I can't hit face is the issue. This is a token from another card. Did we skip a card? Because I know we haven't gone over the new Shaman weapon. Well, I guess in this thing of cards I got, there's no new Shaman weapon. So, anyways, the new Shaman weapon is a 5 mana 4/2 weapon that is 5 mana 4/2 weapon that Death Rattle. So when you use your second charge of it, it summons this thing. 4/2 Elemental. It just Doomhammer is so much better than that card, and I think Shaman just gonna have enough cards that card is gonna be relevant. And on 5 mana, it dealing 4 damage is not nearly as dealing 4 damage on 4 mana. Like Death Spite saw a lot of play, not only because it's whirlwind effect being able to activate, because on 4 it dealt 4 damage, and then 5 it dealt 5. So it matched up with the mana. And then True Silver sees a lot of play because it's a 4 mana 4/2 weapon. But 5 mana 4/2 weapon is just not that solid. So I definitely feel like, especially with Shaman getting as many good cards as they have, it's just not going to have room. And it isn't that good of a card in the first place. Probably see a lot of picks in Arena. And I'm guessing by the fact that this is epic, that the weapon is epic. So it's not gonna it's not gonna get picked a lot in Arena, but it's decent in Arena. So I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. It's really not gonna see playing obstructed. Anyways, oh yeah, and the death file is not that really appealing for the card. So I definitely think the card is not gonna see much play. So 2 out of 5. And that is the end of the Shaman card review. The next card review is going to be Warrior, which you guys know is my favorite class in the entire game if you've watched any of my streams at this point. And you're going to hear a lot of salt at how Warrior got screwed in that video. So, come watch the next video and to hear my Warrior review, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.